Hi everybody, this is a new game called Cobblestone Road, the Spice Market card game. It was designed for the Game Crafters VHS box competition, so it fits into a VHS box. And yeah, pretty cool. I'll quickly explain how it works. So first of all, the setup. And this is currently a 4-player setup where each player will receive a player reference guide card with the different special actions and the actions you can take on during a turn. And each player will also receive one of these player market cards. And this is basically your home stall in the market. And also a direction of play card. And the one with a star on is the first player. And then in between each of the 4 players, there's a 4-player setup, there will be 3 customer cards. And on each customer card, you'll place 4 of these cubes randomly for setup. In the middle are the rest of the customer cards. And also a discard pile area in the middle. So just to quickly look at these customer cards. There are 4 different customers. Fromager, if I could pronounce that correctly. A butcher, a baker, and a vintner. Yeah, these customer cards basically on the left here are the spices that they require. And this is the amount that they're willing to pay for those spices and a special action at the bottom. Yeah, so basically how the game works is on your turn, you can choose any card and then you take the 4 cubes on that card and then you distribute them 1 cube at a time on the cards going in the direction of play. And then you take this card into your hand. Okay, and then from the cubes that are on your player card, you can fulfill cards. So if you have a couple of cubes on your player card already, then you can fulfill this contract with one of each of those. And then you get those 6 coins, so you just place this card next to you. And then these ones are redistributed again, 1 cube at a time at random onto the next cards, but skipping any other player cards. So that one goes to that card there. So after you've fulfilled one of the customer cards, then you just replace it with one of the cards from the stack. And then also these special actions here at the bottom. So if you decide not to fulfill a card in your hand, but you want to use it as a special card or a special action, then you discard this card and then you get an extra cube to basically use with your cubes when you fulfill a contract order. And some of the other actions, like this one, are special actions, but it's always explained here on this card. So this one basically says that when you are distributing cubes, you can skip any customer card if you prefer. The play continues until the first player receives or has 5 contracts fulfilled, and then the player with the most coins wins. You can see this is the 3-player setup, where there are only 3 players, and each player receives a reference card, a market card, and a direction card. And then in between each of the players, there are 3 customer cards, and still 4 cubes per customer card. So this is a 2-player setup, where each player will still get those 3 cards as the player stall. But then we take these gray cards, which says that it's for 2-player and solo game options. And then we place each of these cards on top of the space where the customer cards go. And then there are 6 spaces in between each of the players for customer cards. And it goes clockwise from the starting player. So basically, in between each of the players' turns, there will be an imaginary player playing along. The D12 die will be rolled to see which of the customer cards will be played by the imaginary player as a Mancala play, which basically says that, let's say number 2 was rolled. Then we take these cubes, the 4 cubes from the number 2 card, and we distribute them 1 cube at a time onto the other customer cards. And then for the 1-player setup, it's basically that you just take away those 3 cards for the second player and close the gap, more or less. So only 1 player card with all the other cards distributed in a circle. And each customer card gets a number associated to it for the D12 die. This is Cobblestone Road.